years, Fortnite has changed a lot.
Let's go, baby! Get out of my face! What y'all talking about?
Ball box! Ball box! Ball box!
And throughout this time, pro players have come and go.
I use gaming to kind of like escape like from reality. And I feel like now like I use like reality to escape from like fucking work, you know?
And that's why today we will be ranking the best players from every year in Fortnite, starting in 2017. It's October of 2017. Fortnite had just come out a few days before, and thousands of people were downloading the game for the very first time. Just like me, and probably you, they became obsessed very quickly. But there was only one big problem in Fortnite's early days. Nobody was making content on the game. See, a lot of the veteran content creators in the FPS genre wanted to stay away from the game due to its cartoonish appearance. They all thought it was some stupid kids game that people would get tired of in a few weeks. But there was one long-time content creator who saw a lot of potential in the game, and he didn't care what anybody else had to say about it, and that man was none other than Tyler Blevins, or as most of you know him, Ninja.
First impression of the game, it's fun.
Ninja was the perfect person to pick up the game on launch day. He had previous experience as a pro Halo player and was already streaming on Twitch for over 6 years. But despite creating content for so long, he had only just reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Ninja saw Fortnite as a new opportunity to expand his audience while having a ton of fun.
And I was monitoring Fortnite so much while I was still streaming and playing PUBG. And I was like, all right, this game's great. A lot of the top streamers and top players from PUBG are like kind of bashing on the game, and they're not streaming it right. They played it, and now they're just going to continue to play PUBG. But I was watching every single time they were playing, and it looked incredibly fun to me. So that was when I just decided, like, all right, this is the perfect opportunity to switch over, just go full-time Fortnite.
And unlike players later on this list, Ninja would become more known for his content creation than his actual skill at the game, but that doesn't mean he wasn't good, and we'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, this change to Fortnite turned out to be the best decision of Ninja's life, because Fortnite launched him into a stardom that nobody thought was possible with video games. He was on talk shows.
Are you ready? This is easy.
All right, they ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm ready.
It's simple, man.
Right.
Is it going to be a music cue, or are we just going to go, man?
Yeah, you want to get it?
All right, so you go like that, dude. Left, yeah.
He was gaming with Drake and Travis Scott.
Yo, Gigi, you got Band-Aids?
Bandits!
So, nigga.
He was even invited to awkwardly floss in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
Everyone floss, let's get it. Come on, baby. Show me what you got. Show me. Just move. If you got to know it, just move. It's all I want to see, some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my God.
And despite all of Ninja's success as a content creator, he was also known for his skills in the game.
He's majestic.
Nope. I really felt like I could do that, and I just couldn't. Oh, didn't want that.
Are you having some,
honestly,
some
dude, really don't want to talk about it, dude. Really just not in the mood to just...
Well, later on he was, because at the beginning, he wasn't the best. Over time, however, Ninja got better and better at the game, and he quickly learned how to adapt to the new building mechanics that a lot of longtime gamers were having trouble getting used to. And for all of 2017, people looked to Ninja as inspiration to get good at the game. But Ninja wouldn't be the best Fortnite player for long, because a new player was about to explode in the Fortnite scene, and his name was Tfue.
Oh! Oh!
2018's best player definitely has to be Turner Tenney, also known as Tfue. He was uploading content on YouTube for basically his whole life. He started his gaming channel in 2014, mostly playing games like Call of Duty, Destiny, and then H1Z1. Then, on February 2nd of 2018, Tfue would upload his first ever Fortnite video, titled Fortnite 29 Solo vs Squads Kill Crazy Late Game. And he did exactly what the title said. Plowed through 29 players like it was nothing. And after the whole thing, he had only this to say.
Not bad, but we could do a lot better.
I've never gotten close to 29 kills in a game, and Fortnite has bot lobbies now. So as you can tell, Tfue was eons above the average Fortnite player. But back then, this was basically just pub stomping. There were still no competitive lobbies for him to prove himself in. Well, at least at the beginning of his career, because very soon, Tfue would have the opportunity to play in one of the biggest tournaments in the entire world. But before that, he would first need to find a team. And on April 30th of 2018, Tfue would join FaZe Clan.
We're gonna turn this motherfucker into a hybrid.
What?
So to speak, right? Not only are you gonna be nasty at the game, streaming and shit.
Bro, I'm at.
You are, dog.
With FaZe, Tfue became unstoppable. Aside from his success in-game, he also hit 1 million subscribers just a month later in May of 2018. And like I said, Epic Games didn't have a clear competitive structure yet, and that was going to take some time. But luckily, some big names on YouTube decided to come in clutch and create their very own Fortnite tournament called Friday Fortnite. For those of you who weren't around, Friday Fortnite was a tournament hosted by Keemstar and UMG Gaming. The goal was to put all of your favorite pro players and content creators into games where they would compete for cash prizes every Friday. At first, Tfue would try out a couple of teammates before finding his forever duo, Cloaksy, and these two were a force to be reckoned with. They would regularly place in the top 4 teams for the extent of Friday Fortnite, winning the $10,000 first place prize in weeks 3, week 5, week 7, and week 9 of the tournament, meaning that Tfue and Cloaksy had over $50,000 in competitive earnings before Epic Games had even launched their first tournament. Some might say it was easy to win Friday Fortnite tournaments because at the end of the day, there were a lot of content creators who weren't pros in the playing field. But Fortnite would start to launch official tournaments where Tfue and his duo Cloaksy would be able to prove to everyone that they were the best of the best in the game. And we would all find out that that was very true in the fall skirmish. Tfue not only won 2 solo events, but was also able to take home the duo first place prize with his teammate Cloaksy.
Your number 1 duo. Coming out of the fall skirmish, 6 weeks of work pays off on this stage right now in front of all of you, at home. Your number 1 duo. It's Tfue and Cloaksy!
Tfue was easily the biggest player of 2018, both in popularity and in the competitive scene. But in 2019, Epic Games would announce the biggest event in Fortnite history, the Fortnite World Cup. For those of you who know literally anything about Fortnite or my channel, you know exactly where this is going. 2019's best player is without a doubt Bugha. Bugha had been playing video games his whole life since his dad introduced them to him at a very young age.
I was introduced to gaming pretty much by my dad. He's been a gamer all his life, so he pretty much got me into everything. He got my first console for me, but I think the first game I played was either Little Big Planet or it was COD. It was one of the two.
But he never thought of himself as a pro gamer until his dad introduced him to the game called Fortnite.
My dad played video games for like his entire life. He first introduced me to the game because he played Save the World. But I kind of found the Battle Royale. So I started playing that with some of my friends, and then eventually got to competing.
Bugha started to realize that he was getting a lot better than his friends on console, so he moved to PC to start playing more competitively.
I kept playing just for the enjoyment and getting better, but then eventually I realized I was getting like a little bit too good for my friend group that I was playing with. So I actually switched over to PC and just like I pretty much got introduced to a group of people and they were like, hey, you want to go scrim?
Soon after, the Fortnite World Cup would be announced on March 25th of 2019.
The Fortnite World Cup. The Fortnite World Cup starts on April 13th, when all eligible Fortnite players from around the world will be able to compete in the weekly online opens. Each online open has a prize pool of $1 million. That's 10 weeks and $10 million up for grabs. And it's all online. In each region, The top performing players from the online opens will earn a spot in the Fortnite World Cup Finals in New York City to compete for their share of a $30 million prize.
Even though Bugha wasn't on many people's radars, he ended up getting first place in the first week of solo qualifiers, which secured him a spot in New York City. And as you guys know, Bugha went beyond everybody's expectations.
But ladies and gentlemen, there's no way anyone beats him! Your Fortnite World Champion, Bugha!
Bugha came out of that weekend not only a champion and the best player of the year, but also $3 million richer and became a multi-millionaire at just 16 years old. This win also started a total media frenzy, and everyone wanted to know who this Bugha kid was and how he made so much money off of Fortnite.
The 2019 Fortnite World Cup Solos champion, Bugha. He is 16 years old from Pennsylvania and now $3 million richer.
Woke up, had a bananas, won $3 million, no big deal.
So what are you going to do with $3 million? I proposed maybe you buy a new car, and you reminded me you don't have a driver's license yet because you're only 16 years old. So what are you going to do with all that cash?
Save the money, put it to my future, and probably buy a new desk.
A new desk?
Not even a new computer?
Nah.
What has the last 48 hours been like for you?
Honestly, the last 48 hours has been just like amazing, honestly.
16-year-old Kyle Giersdorf took home the title. He netted $3 million in the process.
This attention that he brought to the game, as well as his sheer skill in the tournament, cemented Bugha as the greatest player of 2019. But Epic Games was just getting started because in 2020, the FNCS would start and a lot of players were going to make a name for themselves. And that brings me to 2020's best player, which without a doubt is Tayson. Tayson started playing professional Fortnite during the World Cup qualifiers in early 2019, and while he didn't qualify for New York City, he did make almost $2,500 in the 10 weeks of qualifying rounds. And during the early few seasons of FNCS in 2019, he was equally unsuccessful until he got his big break in 2020 during Chapter 2, Season 2 with his duo Janice. Together, the duo would qualify for the Grand Finals. And this was just the beginning, because although the duo only placed 33rd in this season, they won $1,500 and gained a lot of experience for future FNCSs. And because of this, Fortnite would invite him to the FNCS Grand Final Invitationals on May 24th of 2020. And unlike last season, there were no duos to lean on. This was all solos. So Tayson would only have himself to rely on, and he proved to everybody that he absolutely belonged to be there. He placed 5th out of 100 players, which is absolutely insane in EU. Plus, he won a very nice $50,000. This would have been a huge achievement for anyone, but Tayson still hadn't peaked. Because in the Chapter 2 Season 3 Grand Finals, Tayson would prove why he deserves to be #1 on this list. With another season of solos, it meant that Tayson had only himself to prove his haters wrong, and he somehow managed to do that by placing first place and winning $80,000. And if that wasn't enough to prove why he's the best, Tayson, along with his trio of Mongrel and Mitro, would win the Grand Finals in Chapter 2, Season 4, which would bring his total earnings in 2020 to $230,000, which is pretty insane, but not as insane as the season we would see next from none other than 2021's best player, Miro. Miro had already had a ton of success with his trio Day and Reverse 2K at the end of 2020 during their first Grand Finals together. The trio placed first on NA during Chapter 2 Season 4, which was Miro's first ever FNCS win, but it would definitely not be his last. He continued trioing with Day and Reverse 2K well into 2021 in Chapter 2 Season 5. Here, the team would manage to get a 3rd place on NA East, winning themselves another $20,000. And because of this incredible track record, Day, Reverse, and Miro were feared competitors going into the Grand Finals for Chapter 2 Season 6.
Miro's going up, Miro's going for high grip, but Miro has one build. He's gonna walk in through the side, he finds 2, that's 1, and that's the 2nd! And all of a sudden, Miro is proving why he is this good
good, and he wants another championship. He's not gonna make it easy.
And Miro managed to clinch that FNCS win.
Yeah, bro, I told him, like game 9, bro. I told him, bro, I was like, bro, we're about to make the comeback of a fucking century, bro. And we fucking did it, bro. Oh my god, bro, this solo clutch did it, bro. This solo clutch fucking did it. Oh my god, I'm about to fucking cry, bro. We really fucking did it. Looked at all the grand finals predictions list, looked at all of them. I looked at every single fucking one. Didn't even have us top 3. Didn't even have us top 3.
And everything was going incredible. Until Chapter 2 Season 7, where Miro's trio member Reverse 2K would decide to quit Fortnite completely after the season ended. And since the team's heart wasn't in it, and Reverse was struggling with some issues outside of Fortnite, the trio would place 15th, which was a huge downstep from the 1st and 3rd places they had just received. And needing a new trio, Miro was left to hunt for the best teammates he could find. And let's just say he found some pretty good players, because he would team up with the World Cup winner Booga and ex-OCE player Muzz, who had just moved to NA and was one of the best players on the region. On Halloween night of 2021, the team went into the Chapter 2 Season 8 Grand Finals as a completely new team. And against all odds, Miro proved that his last trio wasn't a fluke, and they actually won 1st place.
Oh my god, we won! Let's go!
I swear to God, hold on.
I swear to God, we won. No, I swear to God. Let's fucking go, boys!
Show me the leaderboard.
Let's go! Oh my fucking god!
Wait, did we
actually won? Yes, by 7 points, bro.
Oh god!
Fucking go!
Screenshot, bro.
Now, this already winning trio was ready to face the final tournament of 2021, the FNCS Grand Royale. But as many of you may know, this didn't exactly go to plan, because just days before the event, Miro and his friend Booga decided to drop Muzz.
Booga, Muzz, and Miro splitting up is real. The team that just won the last NA East FNCS a few weeks ago has now already split up the day before Grand Royale. So let's get to the bottom of exactly what happened. Now, it's really confusing, and unfortunately, we don't have too much information because the original tweets that Miro made about dropping Muzz and staying with Booga and finding out they're playing with Dukes have now been deleted. So that is the new team. We now have Booga, Miro, and Dukes. Dukes obviously winning the last FNCS before we saw Muzz, Booga, Miro win it. So they did drop Muzz for an FNCS win of the season before, but a lot of people still really confused. Now, I don't have the tweets on hand. I believe Miro said something along the lines of Muzz is an incredible player. It is due to personal issues outside of them as a team.
Because of this trio switch up, many people expected that Miro and his team would crash and burn, but they did the exact opposite of that.
We did, bro.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Yes, they won again, which means that Miro was now the most winning player in FNCS history with 4 FNCS victories, 3 of which happened all in 2021. Just in that year alone, he earned a whopping $250,000. And for our 2022 best player, we are going to be staying in NA and featuring Epic Whale. This Player of the Year award for 2022 might be a bit of a controversial choice, but let me tell you why I think Epic Whale was the GOAT of 2022. For those of you that don't know, Epic Whale started off his Fortnite career way long before 2022, where he was one of the biggest winners in the Fortnite World Cup, placing 3rd in the solo finals and 12th in the duo finals. This earned him a whopping $1.25 million, all before turning 16 years old. And as great as all of Epic Whale's achievements at previous lands were, he would need to show up and show out in 2022 if he's gonna earn the best player on this list, and he did just that. Because the first ever Fortnite LAN hosted after COVID was not actually hosted by Epic Games themselves, but by the Gamers 8 tournament in Saudi Arabia. It was more of a festival than a LAN event, with over $15 million in prizes across many games, with $2 million of that prize pool dedicated to Fortnite. The Gamers 8 tournament would feature both a builds duo game mode and a no builds duo game mode, meaning that only the most most versatile players who could adapt to new circumstances would win the money. And that's exactly what Epic Whale did. Along with his duo Malabuka, they would take home the first place trophy and prize of the build tournament, winning $250,000.
And then there was Fortnite. A crazy amount of star power arrived in Saudi Arabia for this week, with Anas and Pink taking home the victory royale for the no-build competition, and then Epic Whale and Malabuka clinched the victory with the Battle Royale mode.
This is the story they remember. Malabuka and Epic, how have they managed to do this? A duo that really even shouldn't have been here has managed to keep it going, keep it pushing, and move to first place.
And Epic Whale would prove he could do just that, as he placed 3rd in the Zero Build tournament, taking home another $50,000. Overall, Epic Whale won over $200,000 in the Fortnite year of 2022, and although some people might say it doesn't count because it wasn't an official Epic Games tournament, I beg to differ. Epic Whale was truly the best player of that year. But he wasn't the best player of 2023, and in fact, we're gonna have to go across the pond again to Europe to name the 2023 best player as Cammy. 2023 marked the start of a brand new system for qualifying for FNCS. And this, of course, is because Fortnite finally introduced the Global Championship. The top teams from each regional FNCS would receive a ticket to the LAN event that was held at the end of the year, featuring the best players from around the world. After only placing 23rd with his duo SETI, Cammy really needed to step up his game if he was going to make a splash in Major 2. And they pretty much did just that, because in Major 2 they finished 5th out of 50 duos, and followed that up with a 4th in Major 3. You're probably wondering how Cammy got on top of this list with only 5th and 4th places in the majors. Well, those placements were good enough to qualify them for the Global Championship at the end of the year. Here, Cammy and his duo would win an insane amount of money when they finished 2nd place, receiving $600,000. Just from FNCS majors and global finals, Cammy took home $400,000 in 2023. But that is only half of the money he made that year. And that's because the Esports World Cup would return in 2023 with a $45 million prize pool, with over $2 million of those dollars being allotted for Fortnite. This time, instead of hosting both a build and zero build tournament, there would only be a zero build duos competition where the first place prize would be $500,000. And believe it or not, Cammy and his duo Japco took home 1st place and that $500,000 prize.
Hey, Mikami and Yapko! Everyone in the game is ready to make some noise!
So if you include all of these winnings and the other tournament winnings from earlier in the year, Cammy made $750,000 in 1 year just from playing Fortnite. But that doesn't even hold a candle to the performance of the year in 2024. And if you guys have been living under a rock, you still probably know who's gonna win it, and that is Peterbot. Just in 2024 alone, this kid played a perfect cash cup.
It was too early.
Go back. Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Oh
my god.
Let's go. Let's go.
Won 3 back-to-back FNCS majors.
Pollo still hanging out way up above the clouds.
That's what's impressive about this. Peterbot is down here literally 2v1ing, fighting everyone while Pollo's like, hey man, I'll make sure I lock in the win.
One for a no-scope, okay?
Alright. Don't feed them the splashes. Don't feed them the splashes.
Dead! Oh my god! Holy shit!
They just pulled off one of the craziest wins we have ever seen in Fortnite in such a dominant fashion with such an unprecedented amount of points. These guys are the real deal. We can say without a doubt, it is confirmed, Peterbot and Pollo have done it. The back-to-back has happened. Peterbot and Pollo, congratulations once again. The Axe of Champions will not leave their possession, and they're taking that. They're gonna take that to the Global Championships in September as a big flex piece. Like, hey, we are the ones that want to take it all home.
And not only did he take home first place in all of those tournaments, he also broke multiple world records along the way.
That's right, these guys have just broken the previous record for most points in a single day. The last time we saw this was OCE, Chapter 4, Major Number 2 from Sons and Anon.
1,092 points.
You're him.
Yo.
You're him.
Go,
You're
bro.
him,
Let's go.
Good shit, bro.
Go,
wish I could dap your
I'm
butt.
him. Him. Let's go.
In 2024 alone, Peter won just under $500,000 from playing pro Fortnite, and he did all of this at just 16 years old. So he has plenty of more years of pro gaming ahead of him. And that begs the question. Going into 2025, we already know that he got second place in FNCS behind his old buddy Pollo. And now rumor has it they're gonna be playing together again, but the contracts, I don't really understand the whole situation, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. In the comments below, let me know who you think the best player of 2025 is going to be, and then next year we can look back at this and revisit who was right and wrong in the comments. Anyways, I hope you guys